John aka Chicken Fillets here. Now we are nearly into February already. That's insane. So today I thought I'd talk about the games which I played through January. So yes, today's episode, as you can see from the title, what I've been playing. The January edition. Now let's get through the usual rigmarole. If you like JRPGs, like to know what I've been playing, and like hearing a wee Scottish guy talk about, well, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now what we'll do is we'll just do this free form and just talk away about the games which I've been playing, but what I want to know as well is what games have you been playing? Leave a comment down below. Now, the bulk of the games which I have been playing has been on the mighty Steam Deck, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail. It is honestly become one of my favourite handheld consoles, PC thingamajigs. So yeah, so what was the first game which I played on this in January? Well, it was the Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, and this was the first game which I completed in 2025. Hooray! What were my thoughts on it? Okay, if you're a Trails fan, please bear with me. Right, let's do the good news, right? I did enjoy it. Trails Through Daybreak is a cracking title. But you'll be wondering why the pause and why the laughing, the nervous laughter. Right. Geeing myself up for this point. Oh, right. Trails Through Daybreak. It is a return to form for me when it comes to Trails. I really had a bad time with Trails into Reverie, and it actually put me off playing the Trails series. The Trails into Reverie, the story pacing just threw me out the window, and that's because of the Reverie corridor. We're not going to go into spoilers, but that is the main reason. It just broke up the story, which the story was enjoyable with that. Trails Through Daybreak brought me back to the Trails series because it was more of a grounded story focusing on one team in one specific area, and yeah, it was great. Didn't have its, does have its flaws there and then, the pacing again, but it is there for a reason, because the character you play as Van is a Spriggan, and what a Spriggan is essentially a mercenary who takes jobs for cash. And, there's a lot of side quests, and yeah, you're playing JRPGs, you're going to expect a side quest or two, so it links into that. Could there have been a lot of fluff cut out? Yeah, but that's the same with every JRPG. Trails Through Daybreak got me excited for the Trails series again, so I'm now excited for the second entry, which is out in February. And then you've got the Trails Into the Sky remake, which I'm also excited for. So yeah, that was the first game which I completed in 2025. Now moving on, I completed another JRPG. It's an indie title this time, and it's one which has been featured in videos quite recently. And it's Jack Move. Now, Jack Move is an awesome little JRPG. Now, when I say little, it is a little game. You can complete the story within 6 hours, which I think was about roughly my gameplay time. It is a great little title. The story's really good, which is very surprising that you can get so much into it in that little length of time. The battle system's really fun, and can not be forgiving at times. I remember talking to Taylor from the Gaming Shelf about this game, and one of the first things he said was, that last boss. Yeah, if you've played Jack Move, the final boss of this game, wow. the level of, what's the difficulty spike? That's what I'm looking for. The difficulty spike on that boss was like, bah! Still love the game, absolutely cracking. The pixel artwork in this game is awesome. So I picked that game up for 29 pence off of CD Keys, so I'd highly recommend if you're looking for a filler game but want to be still sticking with your JRPGs, RPGs, etc. Have a go on that. It's awesome. Now, moving on, those were the two games which I completed thus far in this year and in January. Now, I had the usual slump of when I complete a game, sticking to the next title that we're going to play. So I have landed on a new game, which I'm currently playing and I'm enjoying. So let's talk about that last because it's an awesome title. But let's talk about the in-between titles first. So, when I've got some time here and there, I picked up a game recently, which was on a previous video, called Spark the Electric Jester. Now, I'm playing the first title here and there. It's essentially like a Sonic clone. It's fantastic. I mean, if you like your 2D Sonic games, which I do, it's an awesome little title, and it's a nice pick up and play one when I'm in between games, and just when I'm not in the mood for like going into a JRPG. It's a nice little pick up and play title. I'm enjoying my time with it. Awesome soundtrack, by the way. The only thing which is weird, and it does state it in the game itself, if you're playing on Steam Deck, now if you've played Spark the Electric Jester, please let me know in the comments down below if you've played it on the Steam Deck. But when you go into the start button, it just keeps flashing, like the pause. When you pause the game, it just keeps flashing. It's like, ah! But yeah, Spark the Electric Jester, I've been playing that. That's great. Two other titles, which, well, actually three. Whoa, we've got a three because you'll see in the promotion button, which I'll have to add in when I edit this. There's a game which was gifted from a certain company, which I've got a few things to say about that one. So, I played a bit of Cyberpunk 2077 on the Steam Deck. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm not an FPS player usually, but that's an awesome title. I originally played it on the PS4 and dropped it pretty quickly because of the glitches, but since it's had the overhaul, it's amazing. It runs so nicely on the Steam Deck. I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm more focused on my JRPGs, and I had other little things crop up, so I will get back to it. But I really enjoyed what I was playing. The next title I have actually played a lot in my time. It is a trilogy, which I'm planning on going through all the way through, and as a fourth title, and it is Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition. So I started a save file on Mass Effect 1, playing as a femshep, and Soldier is my thing you can select at the start, you know, your skills, etc. So yeah, before I really got back into JRPGs, I mean, Mass Effect was what I played over and over and over again. I used to go out and buy all the DLC for the Xbox 360. So yeah, playing Mass Effect on a handheld is awesome. I don't know why it's not been ported to Switch, but with the Switch 2 around the corner, could we see the Mass Effect trilogy go on there? I think that would be a no-brainer. But yeah, playing the first Mass Effect again here and there. God, I forgot how much I love that game. It's just so cool. Now, I don't. Right. I was gifted and getting a code from Square Enix for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, as we all know, the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth got released on PC. And as you may know with this channel, I don't have a PC. I was looking to play it on Steam Deck. I knew what I was going into with this. But I didn't realise, they said that it is Steam Deck verified. Is it? Is it? Look, it's got a lot of shortfalls for me. And that's me being a massive Final Fantasy VII fan. I will plan on doing a proper video. I have been taking videos, recording videos on my Steam Deck. I'll be playing it. But the game's crashed twice on me. The low graphics setting, now if you've got it on Steam Deck, that's fine. But the pop-in with Unreal Engine is just taking the fun out of the experience. It's incredible that it can play on the Steam Deck, but like when you're walking up to a fence and you're seeing little pixelated triangles, or if you're looking off into the distance and Midgar looks like a couple of rectangles, it really takes out the experience. Now, I have the experience of playing the PS5 version. I wouldn't put people off buying the game for PC, but if you're going to buy just specifically for your Steam Deck, I'm waiting to see what patches come out before I really go back to it. As I said, I will do a proper video on the channel. I love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I love Final Fantasy VII. You know this on this channel. it's just, I was really dreading talking about it on the video, but yeah, we'll just wait and see. Now, the final game. There's a helicopter flying over the house again. Now, the final game which I am currently playing, and I'm absolutely loving every second of it. Now, it's not an RPG, it's more of an adventure game. It's an indie title, and it's the Plucky Square. The Plucky Square is just awesome. It's essentially you are playing as Jot, who is this little adventurer, kind of like a Link's, like kind of a Link character, you know, from Zelda. And you're in a storybook, and the animation style is fantastic. It's like it's narrated as well. And then as the story progresses, you are pushed out of this book and into this real world, and you're walking around a desk. You know, there's like bits and pieces set up around this desk and where the book is. It's the thought behind it is really, really amazing. I'm loving the soundtrack behind it. It's just kind of like it. There's no standout tracks, but it works really well with it. You know what I mean? It's one of these ones where it just hits right. The character, like the way that it's all drawn out in the book is amazing. I mean, I've been showing Mrs. Phillips parts of the game. Like, she's been either like doing her painting or like doing some bits and pieces. And I've been showing her going, look at that, it's so cool. And she's like, yeah, grow up. No, she has thought the parts of this game is really cool as well, because it's just awesome. I like when there's a game which gets me excited like this, and I have really been at the point of like this week where I've gone, I'm excited to pick up my Steam Deck and play this game. I'm excited to, you know, switch it on and get going with the next story beat. It's just ace. Man, like I don't know how it runs on like PlayStation, because I know it's out on PlayStation. I know there's like a physical version coming out soon, I want to say. But yeah, Plucky Square, if you've not played it, get on it. So there we have it. Those are the games that I've been playing throughout January and currently playing. What are the games that you've been playing? And what are your favourite games? And another question is, do you want me to do this monthly? Because I've done this sort of video before, but I didn't really do it monthly. Do you want me to do this monthly? Let me know down below. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on this channel, well, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tatty bye.